gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw on a night where careers are going to be changed, legends are going to be made, and the landscape of Raw and SmackDown will never be the same again, because welcome to the Superstar Shakeup.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 201 pounds. The World Heavyweight Champion, Tommaso Ciampa!
And as we kick off Universe GM Mode Episode 9 here in 2K20, we kick off with the new World Heavyweight Champion, Tommaso Ciampa, in his first bit of action on Monday Night Raw. He'll be taking on the Light in the Darkness, Ali. And whilst we'll get onto Mustafa Ali in a moment, we start off this Superstar Shakeup in the biggest way possible. Some heartbreaking news for the Monday Night Raw faithful, because we have just discovered some breaking news coming out of this episode. As you see there, Drew McIntyre has been drafted to SmackDown. The former World Heavyweight Champion is heading to the blue brand in this exchange for the Superstar Shakeup, and that's just the first one of the night. Gotta imagine it's only gonna go up from here, as it does every year with the Superstar Shakeup, but Drew McIntyre is heading to SmackDown. However, with that being said, there's a huge reaction from Mustafa Ali, by the way. Here comes the Light in the Darkness, the man who competed in Money in the Bank just 8 days ago. And whilst it's been a very interesting, different 8 days for these two men, I mean, you've got to imagine, it's Ali thinking, if it was me to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, would the roles here be reversed? Mustafa Ali was in that Money in the Bank ladder match with Tommaso Ciampa. Of course, Ciampa went on to win and become World Heavyweight Champion, and now will be facing Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules in a few weeks for that World Championship, or putting it on the line, I should say. And even though Drew McIntyre has been drafted to SmackDown in this Superstar Shakeup first pick, he will still get his World Heavyweight Championship rematch. And of course, if Drew McIntyre wins, hey, the World Championship is going to SmackDown. That's just how it works. But regardless of that, it's not about Drew McIntyre right now. It's about these two competitors in the ring. It's about Mustafa Ali and Tommaso Ciampa. Here we go. And now look at this very interesting strategy from Ali. He's going to go for a powerbomb, I think here. Oh, nice counter by Ciampa. Straight up countered him into the sunset flip powerbomb reversal. A nice counter there by Ali, though. He's going to pin the World Champion. No, not just yet. What an absolute colossal win. Oh my goodness, look at this from Ali. The Frankensteiner reversal. Now Ciampa, there's the jumping clothesline, and the Blackheart is back in control of this one here on Monday Night Raw. It feels like a changing of the guard is happening. We are entering a new era here in Universe GM Mode, and a new Monday Night Raw as the Superstar Shakeup rolls on, and I'm sure there'll be many more surprises in store later tonight. We also have, oh wait a second, there's Ali with a counter. He gets out of the suplex there. And now Mustafa Ali rolls to kick to the back of the World Champion. We also have the results of the contract vote and the Future Endeavored vote later tonight, but we'll talk about them later. But Tommaso Ciampa gets to the ropes just about, and now Ali, oh wait a second, Tommaso Ciampa with an incredible counter caught Ali flush with that backbreaker there, and the Blackheart is lining up Ali now. So I was mentioning, oh wait a second, he went for a knee there, Ali with a counter, and now Tommaso Ciampa pushes him off. There we go, Ciampa with a clothesline. As I was trying to mention a moment ago, what a huge win this would be for Mustafa Ali if he could pin the World Champion just 8 days after losing Money in the Bank. If he could pin the man who is riding a wave of momentum currently, it would do wonders for the career of Ali. You've got to imagine he'd get added into that match at Extreme Rules, but not if Ciampa wants anything to do about that. Tommaso Ciampa, oh wait a second, the slip throat. This is not good for Ali. This is where Ciampa turns. He turns, and here we go. Fujiwara arm, but oh wait a second, a counter by Ali rolls through. Doesn't allow it to get locked in fully, but it did a little bit of damage. And now Ali, oh nice arm drag roll through by Tommaso Ciampa, though counter. Now Ciampa, oh this has just been back and forth action here. There's a knee straight to the back of Ciampa, and now Ali. What is Ali thinking here on Monday Night Raw? The Light in the Darkness looking to capitalize on this huge opportunity to open up the Superstar Shakeup here. Ali through the ropes, and he goes for the neck breaker. And hey, who knows where Ali will be at the end of the night? Maybe with a win over the World Champion. No, so close, yet so far. Who knows where Ali will be though at the end of this night, at the end of the Superstar Shakeup. Of course, it'll also be taking place on SmackDown as well this week. Ali could very well be a SmackDown Superstar once this is all said and done. Now Ciampa countered there, forearm straight to the jaw. Ali is rocked, and Ciampa's going up to the top rope. Here we go. Ciampa from the top, the crossbody. Oh, wait a second. Look at that incredible strength from Ali. Roll through on the Blackheart, and now Ali's gonna deliver the face buster. Oh, hang on just a minute. Ali from the top top rope. Wait a second, I think he's going for the decisive end. Here we go. Oh no, what a counter. I have no idea what just happened. I thought Ciampa got the knees up, but Ali seems to have just sprung back up into a second wind of adrenaline. But now Ciampa with a counter, and now Tommaso Ciampa. Wait a second, he's going for something called a wicked heel. And now oh my god, what a German suplex snapping him. Ali's gonna pick up the biggest upset ever. Oh my word, a kick out at 2.5 from Champa. Unbelievable. And Ali's feeling it. Mustafa Ali in that scorpion gear looking to take advantage here and dish out some of his own Mortal Kombat, but Ciampa's not going to allow it. Ciampa with that clothesline taking Ali's freaking head off, and now Mustafa Ali, he's in a bad position here because Ciampa's going to hook the arms, and we all know what this is how he's won the World Championship at Wrestlemania. The fairy tale ending, and that signals the fairy tale ending for Ali. That was an incredible back and forth contest, but in the end, Ali could not connect fully with that 054. You see here the double knee right here on one of the most unpredictable nights of the year. Oh my god, that's a Claymore, and that's Drew McIntyre. I may be going to SmackDown, but you can bet your ass I'm taking that title with me. My god, well, I tell you, someone who has been wreaking havoc anywhere he goes, and especially on Monday Night Raw, and if he goes to SmackDown Live or NXT, I fear for those rosters as well. It's this man, Aleister Black, the Dutch Destroyer, and he's here once again for the Superstar Shakeup edition of Monday Night Raw, and there he is.
Making his way to the ring from Amsterdam, Netherlands. Weighing in at 215 pounds, Aleister Black!
The Dutch Destroyer, the man who walks the left-hand path. Aleister Black just 8 nights ago at WrestleMania ended the career of the Viper Randy Orton and sent him packing for good. For those of you that saw Monday Night Raw last week, Aleister Black going on to say, and I quote, "I will not stop until I have rid WWE of all the pathetic excuses of superstars, whether it be Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, or NXT." And then he would go on to say, "The roster that I inhabit will not be ready to pick a fight with me wherever he ends up." Absolute chilling words from one of the most dangerous men in WWE right now. He already took out one legend, but the question is, who is next for Aleister Black? 8 nights ago, I ended the career of the Viper Randy Orton as I put an end to the life of a fraudulent snake. But now, I stand in a barren wasteland filled with a bunch of cowards, men filled with fear, not willing to take a step into the depths of darkness with me. See, tonight is the night of the Superstar Shakeup, and yet, there is still no one willing to pick a fight with me. And I get it, after seeing what I did, after seeing the damage I caused at WrestleMania, the everlasting impact of fractures I left on Randy Orton's jaw, with each black mass is enough to scar a man's thoughts for life. Because there is no man in WWE as destructive, as devastating, and as good as I am in this ring. But I'm begging you, please, somebody, for the love of Satan, pick a fight with me. Oh my goodness. Well, don't look so confused. It's me, your friend Bray Wyatt, and welcome to my Firefly Funhouse. Now, I am not a man of violence, and Rambling Rabbit certainly isn't either, but I might be able to help you out. Seems like you're looking for a friend to play with, and whilst I am occupied, he may be the one you are looking for, Aleister. The one to pick a fight with you. See, he saw and enjoyed the beating that you delivered at WrestleMania to Randy Orton, a man who he knows all too well, and all you have to do if you want the fight to be picked, Aleister, my friend, is let him in. I don't know what the hell that means. I mean, is Bray Wyatt referring to is he who I think he is? I mean, I don't even know how to react to what I just saw. I guess we'll have to stay tuned and find out. I think Aleister Black may have bit off more than he could chew here.
Japan, Kairi Sane!
maybe not. I mean, we're gonna have to find out down the line. That situation's gonna develop on its own. A very interesting confrontation, but now here comes the Pirate Princess Kairi Sane as the show must go on. This has been a pretty explosive superstar shakeup already so far. Drew McIntyre heading to SmackDown. We would then see Drew McIntyre deliver a Claymore after Champa beat Ali in the opening bit of action. We just saw Bray Wyatt confronting Aleister Black from the Firefly Funhouse, and now Kairi Sane is in action against Carmella. And the history between these two women dates back a little ways, but we also have some more heartbreaking news for the Monday Night Raw faithful, because Kairi Sane has officially been drafted to SmackDown Live. Oh man, of all the people they had to take from me, why Kairi Sane? And with Kairi Sane going to SmackDown, of course, anyone that's moving from the Raw roster to the SmackDown roster, everything will be in full effect after Extreme Rules, of course, because, you know, Kairi Sane has a championship match at that event for a now Raw championship, although that could change. Becky Lynch could very well head to SmackDown in her own right. There is still the Superstar Shakeup going on, but as of right now, Kairi Sane is still in that championship match, which means she can still compete on Monday Night Raw for the time being. But someone who hasn't competed on Monday Night Raw for a little bit, who we haven't seen in a little bit, it's the Princess of Staten Island rocking a new look here. It's great to see the Princess of Staten Island back. If she can pick up a win over the current #1 contender for that women's championship, it's going to do wonders for Carmella. But nevertheless, here we go. Carmella and Kairi Sane, a familiar sight for those of you that have been around this series for a little while. Because speaking of that Women's World Championship, you remember Kairi Sane is the inaugural Women's World Champion, as she was, dating all the way back to the Royal Rumble pay-per-view when we were crowning the inaugural Women's World Champion. It was a 5-women elimination match, and it actually came down to Carmella and Kairi Sane. Carmella very nearly, if you go back and watch that match, she very nearly became the Women's World Champion, but then she would blow a kiss into the face of Kairi Sane and she would catch a backhand for her cheek. That would then lead into the moonsault paying homage to Io Shirai by Kairi Sane, where she would then win her first Women's World Championship. That history lesson out the way, it's not about the Royal Rumble now, it is about tonight here in the Superstar Shakeup, and Carmella herself could very well find herself heading to NXT or SmackDown Live, or she could stay on Monday Night Raw. Everything is still up in the air, and everything is still up for grabs right now. And look at this, Kairi Sane with a little bit of payback. Carmella wants to get cheeky, Kairi Sane can get cheeky too. Now look at this, Kairi Sane measuring her up. Carmella, you're not gonna like the view, crossbody. Oh, look at that, corner in midair. Incredible strength by the Princess of Staten Island, and she does not care what you people think. She never has, and she maybe never will. And look at this, just stomping down on the throat of the Pirate Princess. And of course, as I mentioned moments ago as well, at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view will be Kairi Sane versus Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship in that WrestleMania main event rematch. Kairi Sane lost the championship at WrestleMania after holding it for about 2 months there. You know, she's looking to get that title back in just 2 weeks. Oh, wait a second, Carmella's looking for the decisive end, looking to send Kairi Sane on her way, super kick. She connects flush with it. This is it, Kairi Sane sent to SmackDown with a loss. Oh no, a kick out at 2.5. The Pirate Princess is still in this one. Look at that counter by Kairi Sane though. Kairi Sane, if this is going to be her Raw Swan Song match, then she wants to go out with a W, but Carmella is not going to let that happen. There's a knee straight to the gut, and that looks to have caught the ribs of Kairi Sane, and now Carmella looking to take advantage of a situation at hand, but Kairi Sane ain't going to let it happen. A counter fireman's carry. Now Kairi Sane, watch this, she's about to deliver here. Oh my goodness, look at that, kind of a Falcon's arrow. We know in this time where Carmella hasn't been on Monday Night Raw, she's been training and getting better, but I don't know if you could get much better after one of those kicks from Kairi Sane. And now look at this, the anchor is locked in on Carmella. Can she get out of it, or is she gonna tap here on Monday Night Raw? Wait a second, Carmella sweeping the ankles. This is what I was mentioning. Carmella has improved since the last time we saw her. Can she take advantage and pin the former Women's World Champion though? She's improved, but has she improved enough? That is the question on everyone's minds here. And the leg drop, no. Now Kairi Sane looking to take advantage. What is Carmella about? Oh my god, shout out to the Royal Rumble. Carmella's been there before, and she's also been here before. Kairi's going up one last time on Monday Night Raw. Insane elbow from the Pirate Princess. There's nobody better at that, and Kairi Sane wins in her Raw Swan Song. Well, I think I speak for everyone when I say it is heartbreaking to see you leave, Kairi, but it has been a blast sailing these 7 seas with you over these last couple months. She is no doubt one of the best female competitors in the world today. Oh my god, the boss Sasha Banks from behind. What the hell is she doing here? With the knee straight to the back, the boss has arrived on Raw, and it well and truly may just be now boss time. No pun intended, but Sasha Banks with the biggest of statements as she arrives on the red brand. hang on a second, I'm just receiving word that something's going down in the parking lot area right now. Oh my god, look at this, the scene's unfolding. Some masked attacker with a steel chair is beating the hell out of the UK champion Pete Dunne. He just retained the title 8 nights ago at WrestleMania, and now on the night of the Superstar Shakeup, this person here, some guy under this mask here, has taken target to Pete Dunne. Oh my god, what the hell are they doing now? No, what the hell is this? For God's sake, a DDT on the concrete. Who the hell is under the mask? Whoever it is, a message has been sent, signed and delivered to the UK champion here on this ever unpredictable night. The UK champion has been laid out by this masked attacker. No, for God's sake, not again. Not another with a DDT on the chair this time and on the concrete. Oh my god. This has been a malicious attack by whoever that is under the mask. Whoever it is, they just sent a message to the UK champion Pete Dunne. Make no mistake about it, this is a statement. Good lord, it has been an overwhelmingly insane night here at the Superstar Shakeup, and it looks like business is picking up once again. Here comes Mustache Mountain. It's been an insane night so far in the Superstar Shakeup, but hopefully Mustache Mountain being in action can restore some order, some much needed order after everything that's happened. We just saw some masked attacker take out the UK champion Pete Dunne in the parking lot, and obviously Mustache Mountain, and they go back a little bit with Pete Dunne for British strong style, as you all know. Not sure if they would have known that Pete Dunne was even being attacked. I mean, it was all very impromptu. Just had to cut the cameras to the back to even see that happening, and we're getting Pete Dunne checked out in the doctor's office right now. Sure, nothing serious has happened, but of course Mustache Mountain were getting ready for this match. They couldn't help out Pete Dunne just there. Nevertheless, British strong style, they're tough, and the show must go on. And of course, it was just 7 nights ago on the night after WrestleMania edition of Monday Night Raw when the Revival called out for an open challenge, and Mustache Mountain would accept, and here are the top guys, the world champions. Sorry, they're the world tag team champions. There is a lot going on tonight, okay? I'm losing superstars left and right. There are superstars showing up to make them up. Everything is going down. I'm just trying to keep myself composed, keep myself calm. There is a lot going on. As we get ready here, Trent Seven taking on Dash Wilder. We'll tell you how we got to this match as the ref rings the bell in a moment. But to go back a ways, it was 7 nights ago on the night after WrestleMania, and Trent Seven would accompany Tyler Bate in answering the Revival's World Tag Team Championship Open Challenge, and they would come so close to winning those tag championships last week. And then after that match, the Revival were talking some smack, no pun intended. They were talking some smack on Twitter, and after a Twitter altercation, this match has been made here tonight. Trent Seven back on Monday Night Raw. He's not a part of the Raw roster necessarily, but hey, the Superstar Shakeup is underway, so who knows where the hell we're going to be by the end of tonight. It's already been insane, and there's the pay dirt by Trent. It's all been kind of a blur so far, but we saw Drew McIntyre. He's headed to SmackDown. Kairi Sane headed to SmackDown. The Fiend had Bray Wyatt confront Aleister Black earlier tonight. Some mystery masked attacker, of course, taking out Pete Dunne, 1/3 of British strong style moments ago. And then, of course, after Kairi Sane found out that she was heading to SmackDown, none other than the boss, Sasha Banks, would make her impact known on Monday Night Raw. Oh my goodness, I just received word of another Superstar Shakeup and another huge announcement that I have to make after this one's all said and done. Oh my god, the news that I just received, but right now it's not about that. It's about Trent Seven taking on Dash Wilder, looking for a measure of revenge on one half of the Revival, one half of the top guys, one half of those World Tag Team Champions. And what a huge... Oh, wait a second. Look at that brilliant counter by Dash Wilder, moving out of the way, delivering the chop, and now the kick to the back. Trent's hand came careening off that turnbuckle, and that's got to be painful. And there, Dash Wilder takes advantage. This is top guy territory, fellas, and we're just living in it. Now an Irish whip off the ropes and a knee straight to the gut of Trent Seven, but Trent isn't gone down yet, and there's another, and now, what the hell's Wilder thinking with a Russian leg sweep? Counter there by Trent Seven. What a measure of revenge it would be if Trent Seven, how huge it would be if he could pin one half of the World Tag Team Champions here. Surely that's got to get Trent and Tyler back in the hunt for another title match. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's a lot easier said than done to beat the Revival. The Mustache Mountain know that after last week. Look at this, just letting Trent hang in that tree of woe position here is Wilder, just pressing down on the face of Seven. Now wait a second, what is Wilder thinking here? Oh wait a second, a counter by Trent Seven, nice. And now look at this, Trent Seven, there it is, the half and half snapping him. But can Trent Seven put away Dash Wilder in this one? Here we go, no, counter forearm by Wilder, and Wilder, oh my my goodness, what a counter. Brilliant counter, making sure Wilder can't roll out the ring as well. And now Trent Seven. Oh, wait a second, here we go. Birminghammer connects. The Birminghammer connects on Dash Wilder, and Trent Seven with a huge win on Monday Night Raw. An unbelievable contest there, but Trent Seven has just pinned one half of the World Tag Team Champions. Oh my god, it was after that incredible stomp counter that Seven delivered, and then he would take advantage with the Birminghammer for the win. All the said that Trent Seven does not belong in the ring with him, well, he just proved that to be a lie right there as Mustache Mountain roll on in their conquest for tag gold. Now moving on from that huge win for Trent Seven and Mustache Mountain over one half of the Revival in Dash Wilder, we move on to the announcement. Prepare yourselves for this one because there is a lot that's about to come at you that I just found out. So first things first, Ember Moon has officially been drafted to SmackDown Live. Speaking of Ember Moon, we also move on to another announcement because the Women's Intercontinental Champion Shayna Baszler will also be joining her. The woman who took her on at WrestleMania will also be now heading to the blue brand. While Shayna Baszler officially signs on the dotted line with SmackDown Live, here's one positive to take out of this situation. As was the decision made when it came to the Women's Intercontinental Championship being introduced at the Elimination Chamber, it is a cross-brand championship, which means we don't technically lose it on Monday Night Raw, and Shayna Baszler is still eligible to compete on Monday night, at least for the time being, and at least for as long as she holds that Women's Intercontinental Championship, which, looking at the track record over the last 6 weeks or so that she's held that belt, it might be a little while. So I don't think Shayna Baszler is necessarily going to be disappearing off of this roster, or at least off of Monday nights for now. And the groundbreaking announcements don't stop there, fellas, because moving on from the Women's Intercontinental Championship, we have the results of the Future Endeavored vote, and I'm just going to straight up come out and say it. Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar are no longer a part of the Monday Night Raw roster. And whilst Mr. Heyman was furious to discover this information, it has already been confirmed that Brock Lesnar has gone and signed with SmackDown. But honestly, I'm not stressing about it. I'm not worried. We don't need Brock Lesnar on my roster. We got better competitors than Brock Lesnar, bitch. Sorry, that language was not very that was not very Raw general manager of me. I apologize, Mr. Heyman. But if they want a war, if they want to take Brock Lesnar, I don't care. As far as Braun Strowman goes, well, he's currently a free agent, but hey, if NXT or SmackDown wants to sign him up, I wouldn't blame them. For the time he had on Monday Night Raw, he was a hell of a competitor, so I got nothing bad to say about Braun Strowman. I'm also just receiving word here that the Bar have been drafted to SmackDown Live as well. In addition to the Bar, the New Day will also be joining them on the blue brand, and as far as the Intercontinental Championship picture goes, Rey Mysterio and Ricochet are also heading to SmackDown. And when you look at the Superstar Shakeup here in the Monday Night Raw roster, there is certainly a massive hole that has been left after the effects of this one. I mean, now when you look at the Raw roster, we've lost the Bar, Kairi Sane, Ember Moon, the New Day, Rey Mysterio, Braun Strowman, Cedric Alexander, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, and Ricochet. That is a massive hole that has been left after the effects of the Superstar Shakeup. I mean, hey, holes are meant to be filled, and the question is, who is going to step up and fill the holes on the Raw roster? After all we've lost in this Superstar Shakeup, and hey, don't get me wrong, the Superstar Shakeup hasn't ended yet. There'll be other superstars coming from SmackDown to Raw, because obviously I'm not going to let them take our best. We're taking some of theirs too. This is always a time of year where the landscape is always altered heavily. This is a time of change for Raw and SmackDown and NXT, and the question is, who is going to step up and grab that brass ring, so to speak, on my Raw roster? I guess we're going to have to find out as this historic Raw rolls on. And as this night continues, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Kingslayer. And there he is, the Kingslayer, the man who lost the Intercontinental Championship 8 nights ago, but he's looking to get that title back sooner rather than later.
From Davenport, Iowa, Seth Rollins!
It was just over a week ago at WrestleMania in New York City when Seth Rollins would lose the Intercontinental Championship to Ricochet, who of course now is a member of the SmackDown Live roster. Seth Rollins remains on Monday Night Raw for now, and I'm sure he's hoping to bring that Intercontinental Championship back to the Raw brand once and for all. And I'd just like to take a brief moment out here to say this Raw is brought to you by the subscribe button. Be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any upcoming episodes of this series. And also, if you click that subscribe button, you'll get 10% or more off your car insurance, and you'll feel the rainbow and taste the rainbow. I don't know. For the last 7 days, I've had people asking me, why, Seth? why do you curb stomp Ricochet into the mat after his title defense against Rey Mysterio? Well, simply put, I'm the only guy around here who gets things done when I say I will. And listen, a lot of people seem to have spawned this crazy idea that Seth Rollins has turned his back on the WWE Universe, which just isn't true. My beef with Ricochet has nothing to do with you people. It is simply between he and I, because what Ricochet does and what Ricochet is and what Ricochet stands for is simply not what I want on my Monday Night Raw. See, I will lead this brand into the next decade, and whether you guys want to be by my side or not, that's up to you. But everything I do in this ring is for you people, and if you can't see that, then I guess I gotta make it a little clearer for you. But I'm getting sidetracked. Back to Ricochet. To put it easily for you, I want one more opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship, because not only do I have a guaranteed rematch clause, but I also now know you have been drafted to SmackDown, which means in your mind, you probably think you're taking that belt with you, but I'll tell you this, at Extreme Rules, I'm winning back my title, and I'm keeping it right here on Monday Night Rollins. Well, a huge mission statement there by Seth freaking... Hang on a minute. Andrade is here, a man who has been riding a wave of momentum ever since he was drafted to Monday Night Raw in the first place, all the way back at the beginning of the year. And of course, Andrade's latest triumph came at Wrestlemania when he defeated Rey Mysterio in the 3 stages of hell. Andrade, of course, just 7 nights ago, after Seth Rollins curb stomped Ricochet into the mat, something Rollins failed to mention was that Andrade Cien Almas delivered that Cerradura de Mateo to Seth Rollins in the middle of that ring. See, that is exactly where you are wrong, Seth. I'm not sure if that Cerradura de Mateo last week gave you short-term memory loss, but my business associate, Andrade Cien Almas, laid you out last week, and not only that, but 8 nights ago at WrestleMania, while you were drowning your sorrows, El Idolo was winning the 3 stages of hell against Rey Mysterio. Since I am such a brilliant business associate, after some negotiating, Andrade now has been added to the match at Extreme Rules for the Intercontinental Championship, making it a fatal 4-way. So I'll give you a spoiler right now. At Extreme Rules, Andrade is becoming Intercontinental Champion, because whoever crosses him, whether it be Rey, Ricochet, or you, the fate will be the same. Is that so? See, Andrade, I'm not sure if it's you and your business associate who are the ones suffering from short-term memory loss, but allow me to take you back for a second. 2 months ago, inside the Elimination Chamber, I seem to remember you being in that match, Andrade, and what happened? You lost and I won. And I'm not doing anything tonight, so if you want to repeat history and step into my ring, then let's do this right here, right now. You know what, Seth? Usually, this wouldn't be worth our time, but Andrade needs to get ready to win that title at Extreme Rules, and you make the perfect stepping stone. You're on. Well, here we go. The referee rings the bell, and it looks like we're off. We're going to be getting Seth Rollins versus Andrade in our main event here on Monday Night Raw, and Rollins with the slam. Rollins in that black camo gear, and Andrade in the gold. This is going to be a match of the year contender. You just know it. Oh, wait a second. Rollins moves out of the way there. Brilliant reversal by Rollins, and there's the sling blade. Oh, and look at this. Zelina Vega ever playing a factor in Andrade matches, and Andrade is going to take advantage here. Oh, look at this crucifix roll up. It is over already. It is game over. No, look at this. Rollins fighting back here. He's not going to let Zelina Vega take advantage. As it was just mentioned by Zelina Vega, Andrade has now been added to the match at Extreme Rules, and it makes it a fatal 4-way. It'll be Andrade Cien Almas versus Seth freaking Rollins versus Ricochet versus the Master of the 619 Rey Mysterio in a fatal 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship, and that one, no doubt, it might be a match of the night contender. Although with the way that Extreme Rules card is shaping up, there are plenty of match of the year contenders on that card, and there will be. But right now, it's not about that. It's about these 2 men who are looking to build momentum towards that night in 2 weeks. And Rollins, he moves out of the way though, does Andrade, and now Andrade is going to take advantage with a neck breaker. It's been a hell of a Superstar Shakeup tonight, and the road continues in this Superstar Shakeup crazy week, because it will be continuing on SmackDown Live, and it'll be interesting to see what happens over there as well. But now Rollins with a buckle bomb to Andrade. Nice counter there by Andrade, turning the momentum of this one. And now Andrade, what's he thinking here? Cien Almas about to deliver something, a reverse this, neck breaker, and he slams him down. It was just 7 nights to go as well when Rollins would show up and curb stomp Ricochet after he retained the IC title against Rey Mysterio, and then Andrade would also show up. A man who of course has plenty of history with Rey Mysterio, the man who lost the IC title match last week, but he would show up and deliver that Cerradura de Mateo straight to Rollins, driving him straight into the mat. Zelina Vega, you heard a moment ago, as there's a big backbreaker by Seth freaking Rollins, the Kingslayer, the Beast Slayer, the architect of Monday Night Raw, multi-time IC champion, US champion, tag champion, and world champion, going for a moonsault connect. And you heard Seth Rollins' mission statement before Andrade even came out here with Zelina Vega. I mean, Zelina refers to Rollins as a stepping stone for Andrade, but Rollins is out to prove that this is Monday Night Rollins, and he's getting back that IC title at Extreme Rules. Not if Andrade has anything to do about it. There's a wicked kick to the back, straight into the cover on the former IC champion. Is this going to be it? No. Oh my goodness me, what a chop straight to the chest. And wait a second, Andrade is lining Seth Rollins up, and this is not good for Seth Rollins. The architect better not look up. He's not going to like the view when it connects. Not just yet, and Andrade can't quite believe it, but Cien Almas needs to stay focused here, needs to stay on Seth Rollins, because all it takes is one move to turn the tide of this one, and there's the knee. This is a first time ever matchup, the first time that these two are meeting in WWE, but certainly no strangers to one another. They have crossed paths a few times over the last couple of months. The first time they're meeting one-on-one, but you know they were both in that Elimination Chamber match as well before WrestleMania. They both seen each other on this Raw roster. They both know each other, what each other is capable of, excuse me. I tell you what Andrade is capable of. He has all the tools to become IC champion at Extreme Rules, but can he beat Rollins here? Here we go again. Oh no, Rollins moves out of the way. Seth Rollins moves out of the way, and now he's going to take advantage of the situation with a curb stomp to Andrade. It is game over. Nobody kicks out of a curb stomp on Monday Night Raw. Rollins wins. No. Oh my god, I can't believe that. I don't think CrossFit Jesus can either. Oh my god. Seth Rollins, oh, look at what he's saying there. He's saying, come on. Alright, Andrade, you're the real deal. Let's show. Wait a second, Rollins changed it. They changed course, and he delivers the Michinoku driver. I think he was going to go for another curb stomp, but he realizes he's going to have to weaken down Andrade some more. That is the high level IQ in the middle of that ring that Rollins owns. And there's the knee. Look at that though. Countered by Andrade. Super kick straight to the gut. And oh, look at that. Look at that. Both these men know each other very well. Sometimes if you get in the ring there with someone who is on your level, someone who is equally as good as you, you just mesh straight away. And that is what we're seeing here on Monday Night Raw. But can Andrade connect? He does. Now Andrade, what the hell is he thinking here? Looking for the decisive end in some sort. Andrade from the top rope. He's gonna, oh my goodness me. And that's gonna be it. Andrade's about to pick up the biggest win of his Monday Night Raw career so far over this multi-time champion. Here we go. Cerradura de Mateo. And that is all she wrote. Andrade beats Rollins on Raw. No. Now look at Andrade taken aback, wondering what he has to do to beat Rollins. Wait a second, Rollins caught him. There it is, the Seth Walker. Second look at this. Both these men scrappy. We are deep in this match right now on Raw. You see Andrade might have a oh my god, Andrade might have a back issue there. You saw his back give out, and I think Rollins just delivered that Inferno overdrive, if you know what I'm saying. There's a sling blade. But again, Andrade kicks out at 2. You gotta imagine that was just on instinct alone, but Andrade might have a little bit of a back issue after taking that curb stomp. What is Rollins thinking? Oh, wait a second, nice counter by Andrade. Andrade has the resilience, there's a Hurricane Rana. Oh, now look at this, he's looking for the decisive end again. He's looking for that spring, and there it is. No, it's with a counter and a drop kick as well. And now Seth Rollins, what's he thinking here? The architect is going up to the top rope. He has devised a plan, and he's going to put it into execution here. Here we go. Moonsault, no. Now Andrade has Rollins hooked here for the Cerradura de Mateo. Busted him wide open as well on the way down, and Andrade with a massive win on Monday Night Raw. Oh my god, you cannot understate how huge that win is. The amount Rollins has done in his career already, with a Hall of Fame worthy resume. Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, World Championships galore, IC Champion, US Champion, Tag Champion, and Andrade just pinned him clean in the middle of that ring. Colossal statement made by Cien Almas as we head towards Extreme Rules. Thank you everybody, and good night from the Superstar Shakeup.